Hello, welcome to Ekidel. We are trained future civil and structural engineer. My name is Justice Onwaka and I am your instructor. Today, I'll be showing you how to insert wall load on Protastructure 2022. So by the end of this video, you will be able to insert wall load on Protastructure 2022. Okay, so looking at this building right now, you can see that this building is a 7-story office building. Basically, it's an office complex having a basement, as you can see the basement here. Basically, this basement is for a car park, and why the other floors are for office complex. Okay, although we are still trying to finish up this building modeling, this is really a live project, and since we want to insert wall load on this building, so we thought it would be nice to show you guys how to insert wall load on Protastructure 2022. So just a quick one right now. To insert wall load on this version of Protastructure 2022, the first thing you do is to, first of all, make the floor that you want to insert the wall load active. So right now, I want to start to insert my wall load from story 1. So I'll just quickly go right now and make story 1 active. Okay, so I'll come here just now on story 1, right click, and then wait for it to pop up and then make it active. So I'll come here right now and then select what? Story. So by doing this now, I have just selected story 1 and I've made it now active. Okay, so on this story 1 now, I'll quickly just you can insert your wall load either while you are on this your 3D interface or on your plan view interface. So any of that can still work away, but I would like to do it right here on the plan view on this 3D view interface so that you can be able to see what I'm doing just now. So I'll just quickly click on any of the bin just now, and then once I do that, I will now right click on the bin. Once I right click on the bin, I will now see so many options here. I'll quickly go where they say edit load here. So I'll come here just now and then click on edit load here. Now on doing that just now, I'll wait for the dialog box to appear. So I'll wait for it to appear just now, which is trying to load up the load editor interface. Okay, so right now this now becomes the load editor interface on Protastructure 2022. So looking at this right now, you can see that you have several loads like point load and all that, and trapezoidal load. But right now we are about to, I want to show you guys how to insert wall load. So quickly, I'll quickly go here just now and then click on wall load here. And once I click on wall load, every other loads apart from wall load will just be deactivated. As you can see them right here, they have just all been deactivated except wall load, which is just active here. Okay, so right now once you click on wall load, it will give you your wall load properties, as you can see it here. Now before you begin to input any value here, I will tell you that you should have to come here on the beam, which we have just which want to insert the wall load, and then click on the beam here. Now by clicking on the beam, it will now display the load for you, having only the reaction based on the dead load of the beam. Okay, so right now, since we now want to add wall load to this beam, once you have clicked here and you have seen this, then you can now begin to enter your values here. Now on this place here, this place simply means the what? That's just the load label. So I will say you can just leave it as it is, which is G4. Leave it as it is. This one doesn't really mean anything. Then come here right now that says wall load library. Now if I click on this wall load library, you can see that from the default, it is giving the default of what? User defined. But if you want to click on this place now, if you will see different type of different sizes of what? Bricks. You can see that, but our advice is just leave it as what? User defined. Okay, and then once you pass this stage now, skip this place that says edit opening. This is basically if you want to show openings like window openings and door openings on your walls. So I'll say you should leave it, but later I might show you how to do that if you want to do that, but our advice is just leave it. And then on this place here right now, which is now called wall unit weight, on this place now, I have done so many videos on how to calculate your wall unit weight based on the weight of the block plus the plaster, both external and internal. So basically right now, the size of my block, of the block which I'm to use, is what? 225 or 230. So 225 or 230 carries the wall load of 3.47. So basically, in most countries, they use 230 or 225 as their size of block, although most countries like South Africa, Kenya, and Uganda, they use 250 as their size of their block. Okay, but right now I'm working on 230 or 225 as my block width, and with that, the load for that is 3.47. Okay, so I'll just quickly right now put in your wall unit weight, which I've put in on my own, 3.47, and then I'll come here just now that says what? H and H start and H end. What do you mean by H start and H end? Simply means this thick stuff that is here, knowing that on your story height, the story height starts from the slab down to the upper beam or upper floor. So right now, this thick end you're seeing here simply means the upper beam, while this thin dark gray you're seeing here simply means the slab simply means the slab of the first area. So right now, let me just give you a quick example of this. I am inserting this my wall load on my story 2 or on my story 1. So basically, the height of each of my story for this office building is 3.5. Now, if the height of each of the story is 3.5, which I'll come here right now and then put 3.5, which is my height of my story. Now, I am not going to put exactly 3.5 as my height of my story because I have a beam at the headroom. I have a beam and the depth of my beam is what? 600. So if the depth of my beam is 600 and the depth of my slab, which I'm using, is 150, so 600, which is the beam depth, minus 150, that gives me what? 450. Now 450 now becomes my clear beam depth. 450 is now my clear beam depth. Now if I now subtract the story height minus 450, that will give me the exact clear height at which this block wall is going to sit or going to occupy. So 3.5, which is basically the height of story, minus 450, which is the depth of the beam, not with the slab, just the beam alone, that gives me what? 3050. So 3050 becomes the exact clear height which the block wall is going to occupy. Okay, so once you put in the value here and then come here right now that says thickness. This thickness simply means the size of your block wall. So I have already said on this building I am using 225 or 230 as the size of my block wall. That gave me this load. Okay, so right now I'll come here and then put 225 as my block wall thickness. On this place that says measurement type, if you click here, you will see by percentage and by measurement. I would advise you just leave it at by what? Measurement. Okay, now once you've done that, now if I click on update now, you will see that these two reactions here we have to increase because I have now added a live load, which is basically a dead load, not really a live load, but still a dead load. But I have now added a dead load of what? Block wall load on the beam. So if I now go here and then click on what? Update here, you can now see that the load has changed because I have now added what? Wall load. You can see the average load here is showing what? 10.584, which is also here, as you can see it here. So right now, once you have done this now, then come here and then click on what? OK. Now, once you click on OK, wait for it to now show the next interface, which is now our 3D view model, where you will now see your wall load being resting on the beam. Okay, you will see your wall load now resting on the beam. Okay, just hold on for it to just refresh. Okay, so right now you can now see that your wall load has been is now inserted. Let me just escape for you to see clearly. So you can now see your wall load here resting directly, as you can see that right now. you can see that we have now successfully inserted the wall load here, as you can see. Now, basically right now, all our beams are carrying wall load based on the building plan of this office complex. Okay, so all the beams are carrying wall load. So if I go and do the beams one after the other, it will take me longer time. So I'm going to use what they call quick select to now, first of all, I'll come here on this load, which I just inserted now. Right click on it and then come here and say copy what? Copy load. Okay, so right now I have just copied the load just now, and then I'll come here. It now show me what load do I want to copy. Since I have only one load, which is the wall load, and all this load I don't have, I'll just come here and then say okay. Now once I've done that just now, I will now come again to now paste this copied wall load now to every other beams. I'll have to come here. I'll come to this place here. I will come to this place. This area here is called structure tree. So I'll come to this place now, click on the first beam here, scroll down again to see my last beam, and then hold my shift key and then click on my last beam here. Now once I click on my last beam, I'll wait for it to set to now what? Select all the beams automatically. Just hold on for just the floor, for just the ground floor, okay? Which is for just the story 1. So I'll wait for it to select all the beams. And once I've done that, okay, so right now you can see that it has picked all the beams here on the ground floor. So I'll now come right click here and I'll say what? I'll come here and then say what? Paste load here. So I'll come here and then say paste load, okay? And I'll wait for it to now paste the wall load on the beams, okay? So just hold on for it to paste the wall load on that beam, okay? Okay, that's perfect. So right now, if I now go and then click escape here, you can now see that it has not pasted our wall load. Now there are some parts that we don't need wall load. As you can see, we don't need wall load on this area here. We only need wall load along the beam lines. So right now, I'll just quickly click on these ones which I don't want, and then do what? Right click here and then say what? Delete. Delete load. Okay, and then say what? Okay here. So I'll quickly do that right now and then take off all the loads that are on the edges of this area here. So I'll just hold my control key now and select all the ones which I want to take off. Okay, and then once I do that right now, I'll just right click and then say what? Delete load. Okay, so right now you can see I am done selecting all the load which I want to delete, which are these ones here. I'll now come here, right click here and then come here and then say what? Delete load here, and I'll wait for it to now show me the dialog box for load. I'll now come here and then say yes, okay, delete, and then wait for it to now delete all the loads there. Okay, as you can see right now. So if I now go and then click on the escape key or click outside here, you will now see that all the loads now has now been deleted. So basically right now you can see that we have just applied wall load on all the ground floor beam, as you can see them here. These brown ones here are the wall load which we have just added right now. So we will do the same thing again by also pasting the same load on all the beams on this story 2 here. So I'll come again right now, come to this place, minimize, just bring this back and then go to story 2 here, make story 2, drop it down, drop story 2 down, make story 2 active first, and once it's active, I will now come to now drop it down. And now once I drop it down right now, I will now come here and drop the beam down again and then click on the first beam, come down and hold my control key, sorry, my shift key, and then click on the last beam here and wait for it to now select all the beams. Okay, now that it has now selected all the beams on this story 2, as you can see them right now, I will now come here, right click here and then do what? Paste load. Okay, I will have to paste the wall load now and then wait for it to now paste all the wall load. Okay, so right now you can now see that all the wall load now is now being pasted, as you can see that. So I'll click on the escape key again. As you can see, all our wall load now is now pasted, as you can see that. So I'll do the same thing right now and just repeat for all other floors here. Okay, so basically now you can now see that I have pasted all my wall load on all the floors, as you can see that. All the floors now are now carrying wall load, as you can see that. So right now you can see how to now insert a wall load on on a beam right here on the software Protastructure. Okay, so right now I can also choose to make my wall load transparent. As you can see that this wall load color is very dense, as you can see, although basically that's how walls are meant to be on real life. Walls are not meant to be transparent except it's a curtain wall. Okay, but right now to just make this wall transparent so that you can be able to see also the beams and everything inside, I'll have to come to this place that says display here. Now on this display, now come to layer here. Now from this layer, now I'll have to come to, from this layer here, I'll have to come to layers and setting and color settings here, and then wait for it to now display the color settings for this. Now on this same place, you'll be able to change all your colors. So I'll just quickly go right now to partition walls. The walls which we just inserted now is called partition walls here. I'll go here right now and then change the opacity of the color of the wall, and then let me say take it back to just this way here, and then click on what? OK here. So if I click on OK now, it will have to now refresh this 3D. So I'll wait for it to now refresh, and then you will see the color of the wall right now will now be transparent a bit. So let's just hold on for it to now refresh it automatically. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can now see that our walls now are now looking very much transparent. As you can see that it's now looking transparent, having the wall load and all that. You can see that, although basically I don't want it to be this transparent, I like it to be dense. So I'll quickly go back just now and then make it to be dense again. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. I think I like this dense brown color here, as you can see that. So right now you have now known how to insert wall load on your structure, and also how to change your color of your wall load, either transparent or make it dense, and to choose any kind of color you want. As you can see, I can quickly go here and then come here, and if I want to make that wall to appear to be black, I can quickly go right now and then change my color here to black. To choose a black color, click on this here. This is basically a very dark gray. Then come here right now and then change this color saturation, as you can see there right now, to dark. Although you can just make it a little bit dark, not too black. Just bring it down a bit. Okay, that's fine. And then go here right now and then click on what? OK here, and then OK here, and then you will see that all the colors here will change too. So you can so with this too, you also know how to change your color of your structures. Can see that based on your structural members. Okay, so this is basically how to insert wall load, and also how to change your structure, your color, the color of your member of your structure. Okay, so thank you so much and God bless you. Now although on my next video I will be inserting line loads on most of the floors and also on the roof here, because on this roof of this seven-story office building is carrying some load, and then I'm going to insert line load on the panels at which the loads are going to pass through. And also inside most of the floors here, like on the 4th floor, is also carrying some kind of loads, which I'm also going to insert line load on the slab, which will also impart on the load of the slab. Okay, so thank you so much and God bless you. Now, if you have watched our channel, if you have been watching videos on our channel and then you have not subscribed to our channel, I will say that you should please click on the subscribe button. And also, if this is your first time coming to Ekidel, I will tell you welcome to Ekidel, and then we'll love you. Here on Ekidel, we train basically civil and structural engineer and make them to build their career to the highest, meaning to the highest point. Okay, so thank you so much. And also, if you have watched this video, I will say you should please click on the like button and click on the thumbs button, and then also recommend this video to your friends and colleagues, and then help us to share the video and then share Ekidel to the world. Thank you so much. We love you, and then goodbye for now, and see you again the next time, and then thank you.